with God that doesn't have anything to do with, quote religion or quote church, a relationship with the Lord, which is intimate, then you can lay your head down at night knowing that you can teach your kid to go to God with things, not just come to you. Mm-hmm. Yes, you are a vessel that God is using to raise these teeny tiny, amazing conservatives. But when your child does something that's questionable, you're not just telling them that it's wrong. You're telling them why it's wrong. You're referencing why it's wrong in the Bible. And then you can tell your child, hey, during your timeout, why don't you talk to Jesus about that? Mm-hmm. You ask God, can I dunk my sister in the bathtub? Is that okay? Or is that a sin? And now you know that there's no way you can mislead your child if your child actually has a relationship with God and your child can start talking to God at a young age and getting the proper and most powerful guidance of all from the Lord himself.
Well, I think this is a hard balance. I think in the last segment we were saying, you have to teach your kids. You have to be the one. You have to be the one. Agreed. But I think we also have to remember we aren't God, right? We can't be all places. And there's two areas here. The word discipline popping out is how we discipline and are we disciplining enough? Because this is one of the things I think the world is saying, like, don't spank and don't do this and don't do that and don't look at him cross-eyed and poor Johnny's feelings are hurt and and it's like, don't let don't be bossed around by your child. Right. I'm sorry, but
be walked over.
Let's not raise little mini narcissists here. And we are. Yeah. I'm saying we to be nice. I didn't do that.
I know, me neither. We are.
Because
the
honestly,
nation is.
No, because we're teaching them that their feelings matter all the way up into college. We've got college big fat baby cries.
LeBron James.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, biggest baby in the world.
Yeah, they cannot have a mean word or somebody hurt my feelings or you said that wrong and you offended me. It's like, again, our mission is to train up these children to be courageous, to be brave, to be strong, to have full of faith that they do have the power of God living inside them as a moral compass to check their spirit. When they lose their peace, this is what I tell my girls, check your spirit. Where did your peace go?
Yeah.
And that is where you go and take that to God and say, you know what? Because you can usually find exactly where it was. Either you did something wrong or someone did something wrong to you. And teaching them it's okay in this world of chaos to have boundaries, to turn off your phone and to not be slaves to this world. That, again, I feel like we can look around every moment of the day. If we were as a child with us, there's so much teaching to be done. And I think it can feel overwhelming, parents, and exhausting. Don't let it exhaust you. The most important thing we can do with our kids, I think, other than teaching them who Jesus is letting them see you enjoy your life. Letting them see that your agenda isn't the agenda, that you love God, you love them, and your whole mission is that they would have the joy of the Lord and go out into this world and be strong.
Yep. I was just that word joy just totally popped into my head too. When they look at you and they see that even though, you and daddy might be stressed about the bills this month, or they can hear you talking about something that's else is stressing you out, they still see that you are joyful. Like the biggest side effect of having God in your life is being happy, having that ultimate peace, no matter what circumstance comes your way. And a lot of what my kids have seen over the last year and a half is my faith, not so much joy, because I've had a lot of, you guys know my story, a lot of really horrible things happen to me. But when my kids ask about it, it's like, but God will take care of us. God will provide for us, and God's going to make this good. And he has, and I can sit there and I can point to things around our family and say, look, God gave us this because of what we endured, and he's making it good. And aren't we still happy? Are we happy? Yes. And they need to see that example as much as we're kind of, I feel like we're kind of going back and forth. Like, do you teach them? Do you not teach them? Do you lead by example? It's just this perfect
leading is teaching, and leading is teaching
balance. Yeah. If they can see you doing what they should be doing, that's a better example than indoctrinating into their heads what they should be doing.
Yeah. And when you see kids with their parents on the leash, like the kids are leading everything, I don't think there's anything more gross.
Right.
Like it's just,
yeah,
there's something wrong there. There's no divine order.
Parents afraid of hurting their kids' feelings, or just like you said, back to the babying them. But the word that comes to mind is entitlement. When you let them run your household, when you cater to their feelings and the sensitivity, you do them no favors, and you instead give them this gift of entitlement that lets them believe, well, my parents say the world revolves around me, so it does. And I'm going to take that mentality out into the real world with me. In my job, at school, everyone has to cater to my feelings.
Yeah, you're not helping, you're hurting. Right. I was, when I was in skincare, I had a client come in one time, and she was, her phone rang, her son called, and he was asking her how to make a Hot Pocket. And I'm thinking this kid's like 7.
Yep.
Right?
Even then.
No, seriously? No, seriously. I thought he's got to be 7, and I'm kind of getting ready to do her treatment. And she looks, and I go, how old is he? And she's like 16.
No.
My mouth fell on the ground, and I didn't even try to hide it.
Wait.
I go, hold on, wait, hold the presses. Your 16-year-old just called you to make a Hot Pocket? And she goes, well, he's my baby, and he's my last one, and he's the good. And I'm like, oh, I feel so sorry for the woman that marries this person.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, this is going to lead right into our next week with toxic masculinity.
Yes.
Because
gosh.
I'm thinking, you are doing this for some reason to pacify yourself, and you are hurting those kids. You got to, again, train them up to lead.
At 16, they're pretty close to up.
Yeah.
Hold on. Another entire point there is the fact that she's damaging herself too. Like we are supposed to put our kids first. Duh, of course, right?
No.
Typical mom behavior. Well,
no.
God first.
Then marriage.
Then kids.
The problem.
But our kids are a priority.
Of course, but not
she
first.
She literally was like, oh, stop. Don't do my Botox yet. I need to answer the phone call for my 16-year-old. And did she tell him how to make the Hot Pocket, or did she say, read the instructions, bro?
No, she walked him through it.
No, she didn't.
Yes.
So she put you on hold. She put her own treatment on hold.
Yeah.
Her life stopped so that she could continue to coddle him while giving him instructions that are printed on the side of the box. I don't know,
but the worst part is I felt like she's probably never going to come to me again, because I'm looking at her like, you are seriously joking me. This is crazy.
That is wild.
But I also know parents that have no life, no dates. Their marriage takes a total back burner to the kids' 3,000 sports and activities and their clothes and their friends and their sleepovers. And I'm thinking, this kid is God.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
He is everything to you. He's your idol. He's your false idol.
He is your idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what? He knows it. Because if he thinks, I'm going to call mom and ask her how to make it, that takes longer than reading the side of the box. Seriously. Heat for 1 minute. Done. Hello, Mom? Yeah, hi. Yep, Jason here. Yeah, school was good. Yeah, I got my participation trophy today.
It's true. No, I mean, we laugh. If you don't laugh, you'll cry, because
this kid did get a participation trophy his whole life from his mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's her baby. Well, you know what? He's not a baby. And this is the thing. It's okay to baby a baby.
Right.
It's good to baby babies. It's okay to coddle a baby. But when your kids aren't babies anymore, they have to build character, they have to go through. They have to have some adversity. They have to have things not all go their way. Mm-hmm. When they lie, they have to apologize. They have to ask forgiveness. They have to do things that are hard to do. Mm-hmm. And you know what that creates? It creates tenacity, and it creates incredible humans with incredible character that when they go away in this world, you're not losing sleep at night and still paying their bills.
Right. If this kid at 16 still thinks, well, the solution to making this Hot Pocket is to call mommy, that is going to be, I guess I'm going to starve unless mom doesn't answer the phone. I'm never going to know what to do. Like, if all she had to do, seriously, baby steps, right? All she had to do was not answer her phone, and he would have figured it out.
How
the 16-year-old that he is.
This is the other thing. If you're starting at 16, ouch.
I know, right? We can't go back in time. But honey, just put the phone down, and then he'll learn. And then guess what? You've taken one step forward. He learned how to heat up the Hot Pocket by reading the instructions on the box.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Yeah.
So like you were saying, next week we're talking to Jason DeSantis, the founder of Toxic Masculinity. His whole brand is based around, quote, men being men.
Yeah.
This kid at 16, he's probably too far gone without some counseling. In 10 years, he's going to be a 26-year-old man trying to carry a family and love a wife and
well, how annoyed is he going to be to have to get up and go to work?
No.
Like, I mean, how annoyed is he going to have to be to get up and go to a job, because this is, creating tenacity, creating, if I can't even heat up a Hot Pocket without mommy, how am I going to get up, go to work, pay my bills?
How's he going to make a resume to even get that job?
And there's so much here. There's so much here. We were talking about little bitty baby Christians. We don't want our 16-year-olds to be baby Christians. We want our 16-year-olds to be able to go into their room and process what's happening with the power of God, and then take it to us as leaders, mentors, counselors. But if they're at school all day, or if they're being confronted with something, they know how to handle it.
Guess who that 16-year-old should be? He should be in the man mentality already, where he's already protective of his mother. He's already establishing that God-given role as protector, provider, supplier, encourager, leader, right? He's nowhere near that, obviously. If he's still calling mommy about Hot Pockets, we've lost the fight already. He should be already in that mentality where I don't want to bother my mom. She's got her own thing. I mean, there's so many directions to take this conversation, but where you're taking it is, had we done that work in the beginning, we wouldn't be dealing with the 16-year-olds that we're seeing now. These 16-year-olds should be able to be in a deep and real and raw and authentic conversation with other people, preaching the gospel, testifying, speaking truth with conviction and bravely. That's what we need 16-year-olds to be right now. And so we've got to start the work early on.
Yeah, and I don't want to discourage anybody who feels like, oh, no, that's my kid right now. You know what? Hey, God can do anything. God can transform a heart. And pray, be prayerful, and ask for wisdom. Ask for wisdom on what to do. God does not withhold wisdom from us, you guys. So
right.
Anyway, this is an awesome conversation, and we'll be back next week with Toxic Masculinity.
We should go a whole another hour on this. All right, guys, don't forget to go to our website, shesorightshow.com. All of our affiliate links are there. So if you guys want to save money on shopping,
shop American Made, because we got to shop American Made right now, guys. It's the season for shopping. Go to the links. Check them out. We'll save you money.
Yep. And listen to the rest of our shows on podcast, or follow us on Instagram at She's So Right Show.
God bless you all.
God bless America.
God, we need you now.
It's Dylan's KC Barbecue at 4 Valley locations. Our sports bar in Arrowhead is packed with TVs for the ultimate sports fan. Our Wildlife World Zoo location will have you on the edge of your seat, dining right next to our 60,000-gallon shark tank. Dylan's Bayou at Pleasant Harbor has never-ending sunsets, beautiful people, and live music every weekend. And our newest location, Western Trails Ranch, is 12 acres of rodeo fun and live outdoor concerts for the entire family. It's Dylan's KC Barbecue, where we're elite, unique, and memorable.
Are you interested in a career in retail or food? Are you a confident communicator, open to change and driven by success? Applegreen is one of the fastest growing forecourt retailers in Ireland. We're now recruiting retail shop managers in various sites across Dublin. If you've got 1 to 2 years proven experience in a similar management role, then we'd like to hear from you. Search Applegreen Manager Jobs to find out all the benefits we can offer you and to apply today.